The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Kicker Graham Gano puts it on the tee. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. A dangerous Nicole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9.
Let's go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Get that ready. Set.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. He's going to pick up the first down and more. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set. Get ready.
He goes play action with Love. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down.
You yellow.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, Love. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed. That's going to be Reed. He's got it. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. Extra point by McManus. Up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Emir Smith-Marset now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson going to throw right away. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third down, 3 to go.
Go 14. Cut. 1 minute. 40.
Now Russ, pushed out to his right, taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he will score! Wandale Robinson, touchdown Giants. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Love to throw it on first down. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one is caught by Reed. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. And he barrels his way jumps to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Who's the key? Right far.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. From the 35, it's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
On first down, Wilson forced out to his right, just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. It's going to be third. They need one. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he will power his way into the end zone. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Hardman now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On first and 10, here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Six, Mega. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. on the one to the right. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got.
Let's go. Ready?
A second down throw for Love. That's to crash the tight end downfield. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big gainer for Green Bay. 38 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
It's field flat. Cut, cut.
Here's Love. That one caught. That's Matthew Golden. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
On second down, Russ. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Third down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out first, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Here we go on fourth down with Wilson. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And he's going to have the Giants first down. How about that? A gain of 15 on 4th and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And
Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson, he's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Oh, yeah. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
A carry here for Tracy. And he will just pass the 25 to 26-yard line. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 26-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. In the shotgun, Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
To return, it's Nixon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready, set. Here we go. Still. Red 38. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
On the return, it's Smith-Marset. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down. Now Wilson on first down. Forced out wide. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
There's still a long way to go here, but in the second half, when you can defend this lead, man, pass rushers come to play. This is where you can close it out, pin your ears back, go get the quarterback, and after that last sack bringing up fourth down, this offense has to decide, is this a risk they're willing to take by staying on the field?
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. That's taken in.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
On play action, Love. He'll be forced outright. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Go play action with Love. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And it's going to be third down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Set, cut, go. 10, cut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one on target, it's Todd. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Giants sending out their punter, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And this one doesn't do a whole lot. It's out of bounds, short of midfield.
Let's go. Yellow, needle blue. Set.
On first down, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. Lucas Van Ness in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's third down. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's going to be caught.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On first and 10, here's Love. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Ready up.
From the gun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third down and 3.
Set, hut. Ready?
Here's Love to throw. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it. And he will score! Jordan Love, touchdown, Packers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On the return, it's Smith-Marset. Crazy. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense get a little lackadaisical.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Hardman now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Drill, 52. Spike, 6. Ready?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that ball.
This one not quite on target. But him too much. That one falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll lead to a second down. To throw is Love. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll come up here. First and 10.
Green Bay Packers.
Now, faking the give. That is hauled in at the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now it's McManus for the point out. Got it. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40.
Hey, alert! 280!
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll get that complete. Right side, it's Bellinger. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
14, buddy.
Wilson lines up in the pistol. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
25.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He'll get this out quickly to Neighbors. He's looking for room. Could not find any. They tracked him down behind the lines. And it's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And the Packers are going to have it just past their 25.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Here we go. Set. Smack. 45. White. Hut, hut.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blind was a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shock them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to lie. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Miami Dolphins. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll run. Here's Devon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From midfield, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
2nd and 10.
44. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Right here. Watch it out there.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Sanders. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. Open man, that's Tillman. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Brown.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, 49 yards. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Hopkins for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Sanders. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Final 30 seconds in this first quarter. It's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And that one is incomplete, and it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Right, 95. Striker, 3-3, set.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Sanders. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25 they operate with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deontay Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Go ahead.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
Oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
20 TX.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready. 20 T.
Achane on 1st and 10.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 9.
Solo left Zion. Ready, Chief!
Tua sets up to pass it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
All right, fellas. Ready. Ready, Chief!
Tua, the final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ibiza, Habiba, you won't see me in neither. Invited to the function, I don't go, I got amnesia. I'd rather be in Vegas at the Caesars. My winter out in Josie, not in Bali, cause it's cheaper.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Able to slither by. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 40.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Yellow, 43. Blue striker.
To throw is Sanders. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
Sanders once more. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Red, yellow, what, ready?
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
Okay,
now
ready?
let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Here we go. Black shot. Black. 95 rail. Yellow. Hut.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cam Smith. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Tua going to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
For a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. On play action, here's Shador.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Ready.
Give up the middle. Jefferson.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down. It's a pickup of 14, but it brings up 4th down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
Ready. Watch it, Oscar. Ready, 2,
Play action. Now it's Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Solo left Zion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Tua to throw again. A quick throw, but incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua going to try and throw for it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Sanders. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. It's Sanders. Out to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Off the bootleg, here's Sanders. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Okay,
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Set. Yellow, 43. Slide blue. Set.
Throwing, Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Red, cycle. Ready.
Sanders to throw. And this will be caught. He'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.